welcome back to the second season of Sports Talk Live. We're all really excited to be back. We have a lot of fall sports to talk about, but first let's recap on what we might have missed over the summer.
Well, we have to start off with baseball, considering they did win the national championship.
You're right, Riley. Westchester defeated Delta State 9-0 to win it all. Another key factor, though, was that they tied a school record with 46 regular season victories. Something really to be proud of.
Oh, yes, but a huge factor in that was Joe Gunkel. He pitched twice in the College World Series, going complete game shutout in both, including a 5-hitter in the national championship game.
Yeah, you're right, Riley. Joe Gunkel was a main contributor, but we can't forget about Joe Wendell. He was selected in the 6th round, 203rd pick overall in the MLB draft by the Cleveland Indians, and he just was recently called up by Lake County to play in their postseason. It's going to be really interesting, in a few years, maybe watching the Phillies versus Cleveland Indians game, seeing Joe Wendell playing a little bit second base would be really cool.
Yeah, and this whole year was just absolutely amazing for Westchester. I mean, they started off so hot. They had a huge winning streak, hit a little bump in the road, had a couple bad losses, but they rebounded and absolutely tore it up in postseason play. And they made it look easy, 9-0.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. And again, the crazy part is, we'll go to the cafeteria and eat, and there they will be, just regular students like us. And next thing you know, they're in the MLB. So it's something really to be proud of for our school.
Well, guys, baseball wasn't the only team to play in a national championship game. How about we break down some women's lacrosse?
Unfortunately, though, the Westchester lacrosse team didn't fare as well. They lost in the title game, in a close one, actually, to CW Post 17-16.
And this game could have gone either way. I mean, we beat CW Post earlier in the year, but a 7-goal deficit was just a little too much for us to handle.
Yeah, the girls really did make a good postseason run. Tori Dugan was named the PSAC Athlete of the Year for women's lacrosse. And although they did come up a little bit short, they're looking pretty strong for next year. So 2013, maybe they can get a little bit of revenge and win that national title. But that's all we have for the spring sports. Let's start it off our fall season with a little bit of football.
After a rough trip to Delaware in which our starting quarterback Sean McCartney suffered a season-ending injury, the Rams bounced back nicely, though, defeating Gannon 21-17 this past Saturday. Backup quarterback Mike Matei connected with Eric Brundage on a 29-yard touchdown pass with 5:10 remaining to give us the lead for good.
Yeah, guys, and we did lose to Delaware. It was a tough one, 41-21, but you can't really take too much from that. I mean, they're a Division I team. You kind of just have to expect it. It was really nice to see us not hang our heads after that, though, and we got the really big W against Gannon.
A bright star for our Westchester team was star running back Rondell White, who had over 200 yards on 28 carries, which evens out to about a little over 7 yards a carry, Riley.
And yes, because of that, it really kept us in the game. You can't look at the final score because that's a little misleading. Yeah, they won by 20, but we were only down 24-14 going into the final quarter. So because of Rondell White's success, it kind of kept us in the game.
Yeah, it was really nice to see Mike Matei step up. He threw for 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, but more importantly, he threw 0 interceptions compared to Gannon. They threw 3. Next up for the Rams is Millersville. They just come off a tough loss against Mercer's 45-7. That game is going to be at home Saturday the 15th at 6 p.m. But now let's switch to Westchester's other national champion of last year.
Field hockey has started out the 2012 season strong, winning 2 of their first 3 games. They opened the season with a 5-1 victory over Merrimack, followed up by a loss to the now number 1 ranked Shippensburg 3-0, and finishing up the week with a 2-1 victory against PSAC opponent Bloomsburg. The Lady Rams started the season ranked number 1, but fell to number 3 in the latest polls.
The Lady Rams soccer team entered into the season with high hopes as they finished last season with a 13-4-4 record, making it to the second round of the NCAA tournament. With scorers Melissa McCary and Ashley Saylor leading the way this year, Westchester has begun the season on a roll with a 4-0 start. Another key to their success has been goalie Shannon Feddick, who has only allowed 1 goal in their first 4 matches thus far. Next for the Lady Rams is a pair of conference games against Mansfield Friday and Edinburgh Saturday, both held down at South Campus for a 1 o'clock start time. On the other side, the men's squad is looking to have a bounce-back year after a tough 2011 season where they only finished with 5 victories. With their 2 leading point scorers, Kevin McCann and Jake Maxwell, returning this season, the Rams are looking for more success despite dropping their first 2 matches, 1 and 2-0. On the schedule next for the men is Holy Family on Thursday, September 13th, down at South Campus at 4:30. Let's keep supporting both teams as they begin to enter conference play in hopes of reaching the NCAA tournament.
Taking a look at golf, Westchester's men's golf team won the 2012 Hal Hansen Invitational at Clarion Oaks Golf Club on Monday. They took the lead going into the final day, finishing with an impressive score of 585, led by junior Connor Lefebvre. The Golden Rams will enter into the Atlantic Region Invitational in West Lafayette, Ohio, September 17th. Hopefully they can keep up their success. Now let's turn to Riley as he's going to look at women's volleyball.
The Lady Rams had a rough start to the season, losing 3 of the first 4 games in the Millersville tournament. They bounced back, though, as they won 3 of 4 in the Wilmington tournament, and they also have victories over Chestnut Hill and University of Sciences, both in straight sets, to bring their overall record to 6-4. Their next tournament will be the Ramfest, hosted here at Westchester, the 14th and 15th. They play 4 games in that tournament against Philadelphia University, Ohio Valley, Damon, and Holy Family. Come out and support our Lady Rams.
Well, now let's finish up, as we usually do, with some Outside the Horns. For those of you who are new, Outside the Horns is where we take a look at things outside of Westchester. Also, we take the time to answer your questions from our Facebook and Twitter pages, and of course, our website, sportstalklive.net. Let's kick it off by talking about the Phillies. We actually have a question from our Facebook page, courtesy of Nick Carl. Nick Carl said, "I'm really excited about the Phillies' recent tear. What do you guys think about their chances of getting that final wildcard spot?"
Well, Nick Carr was right, guys. They are on a recent tear. They've won 7 of the last 8 games. They lost last night, which hurts their chances a little bit, but they've been absolutely tearing it up.
You're right, and from key additions, people you wouldn't even think of, since Chuch's been out, Kratz and Kevin Franzen, who plays third base, have really given us the lifting, made it close at the end.
Yeah, I also like Amont being our 8th inning guy. It's really nice to see someone come in there and have some success, considering that's really where we've been struggling for the entire season. I could see, Amont going to power bond, kind of like how we had Madsen, the bridge to Lidge in previous years. So maybe if we are able to get into the playoffs, you could see that little matchup would really be nice. So I think we have a pretty good shot.
Oh, yeah, and the clutch hits are there. Earlier in the season when the opportunity would arise, we weren't taking advantage of it. Now, every time that happens, we're capitalizing. We're capitalized big, and it's resulting in close victories.
And especially even with our stars just coming back, Utley and Howard came back so late that it took them a while to get going. But now, as the season gets deeper into September, that's what they're known for, to come up big towards the end of the season. And I think that they're actually going to show up this year. But you guys, what do you guys think about? Are they going to make Are they going to make it all the way, or are they going to make it to the playoffs even? What are your thoughts on that?
What do you think, Brian?
Well, I don't know. I really like, Jimmy Rollins has been a lot of controversy between him not running the bases and everything like that. But the last couple of games, he's been huge. Had a couple huge home runs. Chooch just came back, and he's right back to where he was. He's a double machine, hits when he needs it. But there's a lot of teams we have to jump. We have the Cardinals, the Dodgers, even Pittsburgh. Yeah. I'm not too worried about Pittsburgh. I think we're going to be able to pass
and Milwaukee's
them.
hot.
Milwaukee is hot. I could see the Cardinals really slipping up. Where I see trouble is the Dodgers. I think in the end it's going to come down to us and the Dodgers, and I think the Dodgers are a really good team. They have the edge on us right now. I think they're going to get the last wild card spot.
Riley, what about you?
The loss last night really hurt because we really need to take these 4 games against Houston. They're the worst team in the league. It shouldn't be a problem. I just think we kind of overlooked them going in. But I do expect them to win the next 3 games, and we have the Mets. So the schedule really favors us. And I really do like our chances. 4 games back, 18 to play. There's still a lot of baseball to play. You're right, the Cardinals and the Pirates are slipping up. Even the Dodgers aren't playing their best baseball. So I do think we'll get it done and grab that last spot.
I'm going to go a little bit farther. They're winning it all. Now, don't laugh. You might laugh now, but at the end of the day, our pitching's getting better. Our hitting's, even, again, like I said, people that we never even heard of. But now that Chooch is back and everything, I think they're going to do it. And I think they're going to do what the Cardinals did last year, get in at the very end. And who knows, with Halladay, Lee, and Hamels, we're going all the way. Go Phillies.
Well, those were just our opinions, but we want to hear from you guys. So that's why this week's poll question is going to be, do you think the Phillies will make the playoffs? Be sure to visit our website and give us your opinion. But now let's finish up by taking a look at our Philadelphia Eagles.
Unfortunately, guys, I feel like the Eagles aren't going to have as much success as the Phillies. I think they're going to run to this Baltimore team this week, and it's just going to be a tough matchup. You saw this past week against the Browns, who I think is the worst team in the league, that they just played horrible, and somehow at the end, I admit Vic played a lot better and squeaked out a victory at the end. But the way he's throwing interceptions and the way he's just running around and getting hit, he's not even going to last, Riley.
Well, I know. We got to keep him on his feet. We got to get him in a rhythm early, get the ball out of his hands. And I think we need to move him outside the pocket because he's standing back there, he's getting a little claustrophobic, doesn't know what to do, and takes hits. Right. Get him out on the outside where he can make some passes, make some plays with his arms and his legs.
Yeah, and the other thing, we really didn't give the ball to McCoy enough. We did towards the end Andy Reid woke up a little bit and realized that, hey, Vic's not going to win this game for us. So I think for us to have a chance next week, we have to start off really pounding the ball to McCoy. And, I mean, it's going to be better than last week. It can't be any worse.
Right.
All right, so where do you guys see the score and why?
Well, for me, again, I don't want to be too down on them, but I feel as though they're going to get beat pretty good. They might need us. I mean, again, Vic played horrible, and maybe I think he will play better. But I think that, in the score range of the 33-17 thing, where 2 touchdowns, where, early it might be close, but then eventually if he turns it over at anything like he did last week, there's no other reason that we should win. I mean, they played horrible. It was bad.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I don't think it's going to be as big of a blowout as you said. I'm going to see the Ravens pulling it out, though, 24-21. I don't think the Eagles have it in them.
Well, I like Brian's score. I don't like your score. I think it's going to be close. I think it'll be defensive oriented. But I like your score, but I'm going the other way. I'm going to take the Eagles 24-21. I mean, I think it's our home opener. The crowd's going to be there. Energy's going to be there. Our defense will play great. We'll get to Fiocco, I think. If they can stop Ray Rice, that's yet to be determined. But I think they will slow him down at least. So I think our defense will keep us in the game. It's all a matter if Vic can make the plays and not make the wrong plays.
Right.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have this week on Sports Talk Live. We'll be here next week, same time, same place. Take it easy, Westchester.